Squad gotta roll through, come through. Tell the young high school kids keep dreaming because they sure do come true.
So this story gets kind of weird, you guys. It gets a little bit awkward, and if you're not into that kind of thing, make sure you cover your ears, earmuffs, please. But still, drop a like on the video if you enjoy the stories. I would definitely appreciate it, man. But this is something I would never recommend doing. It's definitely something that I would not tell you, hey, you should do this, you should try it out. Don't knock it till you try it. No, don't do it. It's not cool. If I could go back in time myself and change the fact that I did this, I probably still wouldn't, actually, because I got the booty, you know what I'm saying? I got the booty that night. But I'm just saying, bro, it's weird, man. And before we get into the story, tell me, what is your favorite type of stories from me? Do you prefer like these girl hookup stories, or do you like stories like high school stories, or stories about when I was a little kid, or stories about parties? What is your favorite type of stories? That way I know which ones you like, so I can do more of those kinds of stories, you guys. But either way, my best friends moved away when I was like halfway through high school, which sucked. It was like the worst thing of all time, man. If you guys ever have had friends move away during high school, or during any time, if you've ever had a friend like switch schools, or a friend move cities or whatever, you know that it's just like the worst feeling ever. Let me know if any of you guys have experienced that, because it does suck, man. It definitely sucked huge balls. But either way, my two friends ended up moving states, right? They moved a couple states away from me. Adam and Philip, if you guys know them, then if you guys have been around my channel, you probably know who I'm talking about. But either way, they moved a couple states away, so they could really only visit once every few months. They would come over sometimes, and one specific time they came back to Vegas, right? They came back here, and they were gonna stay in my house for the weekend. That was the plan. And so we set up this whole thing where we had like some air mattresses, some regular mattresses, set up this whole like guest room in our house so that we could just like play games all night on this huge TV and like watch movies. We invited friends over, we got pizza, we had a good time, dude. It was basically like a mini party, and we all had a great time. I think maybe there was like 10-15 people there at the max, and we ended up having, you know, 6 people spend the night or something like that. And of course, in this room, there was not a ton of room, right? There's not a ton of room. There was some mattresses, some air mattresses, some air beds, and those things are not that comfy, to be honest with you guys. So we were all pretty close to each other. We had a great night, and then it started to get towards the, I don't know, midnight hours, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something around there. Everybody started knocking out, and me and my girlfriend at the time were the only ones still awake. I was pretty sure that my girlfriend was actually asleep, but it turns out she wasn't, obviously, because of the story. But anyways, I go and I decide to hop in bed, and I'm like, you know what? We had a great night. We got some friends spending the night, and literally our friends were maybe like 2 to 3 feet away from us at the max, right? They were really super close to us. Everybody was knocked out, though. I made sure of that. Everything was cool. And so I hop in bed, and everything's very chill, and I, you know, start hugging my girlfriend, and we're just laying there. I'm like, yo, everything's very good. Everything's good. And she starts rubbing her butt on me. Now, let me just say this. She kind of had a nice booty, okay? So, of course, if you're going to start rubbing your butt on me, like, I don't know about you, but my wiener does not, you know, respond well to that kind of thing if we're not trying to do it. Like, why are you doing this? You trying to have sexual relations with me right here in front of everybody? Because that's kind of awkward. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That was not what I was going for. But for some reason, my girlfriend at the time seemed pretty intrigued by this. Like, she was like, yeah, that would be pretty dope. So either way, she legit will not stop, like, twerking that booty on me. And I'm like, dude, please. Oh, my gosh. One thing leads to another. We ended up doing it, all right? And I'm going to tell you this. It was the weirdest, like, slowest, most quiet sex I've ever had in my life. Like, we were legit just, like, under the blanket, still in the same position, like, slowly, like, doing it. It was so ridiculous and so awkward because I was, like, trying not to breathe heavy because I was just thinking, oh, my gosh, my friends are going to wake up and they're just going to, this is going to be hard. We can't do this. This is so weird. But, dude, this is actually super weird. And my cousins actually watch my videos sometimes. So Adam or Philip, if you're watching this, I totally had sex with you like a foot away from me in the room. So sorry. Get used to it, all right? I'm a man, okay? That's what happens. But either way, we end up pretty much, or not pretty much, but definitely having sex right in front of our friends that are literally right there sleeping. Super duper awkward. And I will tell you this, try to be as like quiet and gentle as possible. Didn't wake anybody up, which was good. Like that means I should get like my spy card or whatever. Like I'm pretty much CIA undercover operative at this point for that. But this is the best part, dude. We wake up in the morning. We were sleeping on an air bed, like one of those air mattresses that you blow up with air. We were sleeping on one of those. We wake up in the morning and we're literally on the ground. Like I look over and I look at my cousins and they're like, what happened to your airbed? And I look at it and I guess when me and this girl were having sex, we ended up like scooting the bed over a little bit and it popped on the corner of the desk, right? So the airbed popped and like all the air came out while we were sleeping. So totally destroyed that like $200 air mattress thingy by having sex on it in front of my friends, which is a good story, I think. I don't know, man. I like to do, I don't know. I tell you guys a lot of stories. I got a lot of stories about my life, but sometimes these are stories that I feel like I would just share with my friends, like with my bros. Like, dude, one time I totally banged this girl, popped the mattress. What? It's so weird. And we happen to have sex in front of like 6 of our friends. No big deal. And that's like, this channel is chill. There's a lot of people who maybe won't talk about stuff or whatever. This is stuff that everybody does. Everybody has sex. Everybody has freaking girlfriends and boyfriends. Everybody has weird party stories. And I like to share mine with you guys. So make sure you drop a like on it if you enjoyed. If you made it to the end of the video, say, you popped that down in the comment section below. I love you guys a ton. Y'all are absolutely beautiful, man. I will see you tomorrow with another story. Oh yes. What kind will I tell tomorrow? I don't know. It's gonna be good though.